All right, so we're going to glue on the, I'm going to start with the bottom strap. I think it's very important that you make sure you just kind of quickly pencil where like your buckles are going to go, so you don't accidentally glue them on the wrong side. It's important that it goes towards the side that has this overlap. Okay, same thing for here. This comes over and it's this overlap, because you're going to be gluing the strap here and stopping here, and this part of the strap is just kind of dangling and being shoved inside. That way you have access to get in. See, like this. Actually, for mine, I ended up putting Velcro right here, but this is loose on this end, but glued all on this side. Same thing with the upper strap, and then that just pushes in place. And I might end up using Velcro, but obviously it'll be white Velcro for the Tanktrooper. So I'm actually going to cut just a little bit off. I think maybe 2 notches, because I was wrapping it around. The other end was kind of butting up against this, and so I figured let me just take a couple off. And this will all depend on you whether or not you need to do this. Hopefully I don't regret doing this, but I just feel like I'll give it a shot and see what happens. All right, so move that one off to the side. We'll just start with one at a time. So the side that's going to be gluing is going to be this flat edge, and then this tapered edge is what's going to be tucking around on the other side. I want to try to get this down to the shin center strip if I can, so I'm going to be putting some CA glue, and I've already marked with the pencil where everything is going to be lining up. Make sure it was even distance between here and here on both of the lower legs. Use a popsicle stick to, once I put the glue there, to help kind of hold that down, and I'll line this and I'll walk the CA glue around as I go. So let's do that, and then just a little bit at a time. Make sure you don't get glue running out. And this is only going to go to this top edge here. There you go. So that's how that goes on. And then this side will just tuck inside there. And yep, that fits. So I'm glad I took a few notches off. I mean, my boot's probably going to stretch this out to here. There's still plenty of room for it to expand. But at least I know it's not binding up inside. That was the main thing. It's hard to see inside there, but I think that little bit of distance is what I needed. That's why I cut that off. So that looks pretty good. Do the same thing to this side. So the next step is going to be, I'm going to jump back to this one so it has a little bit more cure time on that. So this is going to pretty much butt up against that edge there and gets glued on right on top of the band. So I've already sanded this area there, cleaned that up, already prepped this also, like I said, for our sanding. And all of those little notches that are underneath, those are going to get filled in. So it's supposed to look solid before you paint it. So what I'll do here is mark so there we go. So again, this is going to go Just touching there. I want to mention again, like, so all those little notches there, those will get filled in, so it looks like it's solid to the clip, bottom and top. This is the side that will pull out to help you get in. So the clamshell is open here, and maybe after you paint it, maybe you'll find that this stays in better if you add a little piece of Velcro right around there. That's what I did on my Shore Trooper, or maybe it'll just stay in place. That's gonna kind of depend on how you wear it and when you wear it and if it moves around on you. But there you go. So that's the like I said, lower legs strap and clip. We'll move on to the top. Okay, so we're getting to the top strap of the legs, and what I've done is I've taken a flexible measuring tape, done a lot of pre-fitting and figuring out where this is gonna fit right. But if you take from this very far edge and go about, make sure this is right, 6 inches, draw a line, double check this one, I think that should be approximately over to the edge there. All right, so what that tells me is that this is where the back end of the buckle needs to be, which is also not the tapered end, but this back end of this strap. That's where that needs to be. So that's gonna go like this, and it's only gonna glue on this half because this is where it opens. Okay, and then this other half goes all around and tucks in. I put this on the belt sander to curve out, and you get rid of that notch. That notch is only there for casting purposes, and that's so that this will fit behind there, and then contoured so that it fits the curvature of the leg. All right. So yeah, you can either start with the strap, you can start with the buckle, whatever you prefer. I'm probably going to start with the strap. I want to just make sure so the angle here is a little off. Just want to make sure when that goes in there that it's going to line up right. Here we go. So I'm going to use CA glue again. And again, this is the tapered end that I'm not going to glue. It's this end with all the notches. So those lines there are the strap, and this open area, I'm going to line that up, make sure it's centered between there, and then I know that it's, this back end is also centered with the strap, as long as everything's glued correctly. So, something I just recently discovered is you need more material here. So this is another shoulder strap. I put this on the belt sander to make it a little bit thinner, and I think 6 notches, if I count it correctly, is what I need. It's important to make sure you're going in the same direction. These are angles, so keep this in the same direction, and this is going to end up going around and down and there and gluing down there using the popsicle stick to help push that down there. And yeah, so I made it a little bit thinner on the belt sander just so it'll flex a little bit better. I want that. Let's do that. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. As long as you got all your arches going the same way, it goes all the way around, and then this side just tucks in. So there's the left lower leg. Basically, I think that's complete.